So fundamentally, I have a question for you guys, which is, does strength come from one's ability to fight? From one's ability to deadlift, to beat somebody up, to hurt somebody? Is this where strength comes from? Or does strength come from one's ability to control his own temper, to battle his own nuffs, to not treat people poorly, to not succumb to like the bodily pleasures that you know corrupt the soul? You are a being here. You are a being here. You have a consciousness that's aware of you. You have an energy inside you. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what's the difference between your soul and your energy? I don't think that there's a difference. I think that you have an energy inside of you. I think that we just, there's words that we use, and those words come with a connotation, and those connotations might not be correct, because often the words are stolen away from you from the people who are trying to change the definitions. This is what I think. This is what I think. So you have an energy inside of you. Now, this energy that you have inside of you, it experiences the world through subjective lenses. That's what it does. So what you see affects you. Obviously, this is not, you don't have to be, it's not a religious thing. Clearly what you see affects you. Clearly. Go do yourself a favor, or don't do it, you know? Go watch a bunch of people get their head blown off. Go watch some explicit content. Don't do those things. But if you did do those things, and you probably have done those things, you would know that those things affect you in a weird way. And you know that it affects you in a weird way. Because the way you know that it affects you in a weird way is because, would you want like your mother to see you do that? So is your mother judgmental then? Or are you just degenerate? You know? Do you want to lose your temper? There's two versions of you that live here. There's the best of you, and then there's the worst of you. Sometimes you flip-flop between the two. Sometimes in the morning you're the worst, and sometimes in the evening you're the best. And sometimes in the evening you're the best, and sometimes in the mornings you're the best, and sometimes in the evening you're the worst. I don't know. I think I just said that correctly. My point is that we have to continue. Well, I have to. I don't know what you guys have to do. But I have to continue to keep striving up. There is no final level. You're here, and you get like a new day every day, and the nighttime comes and you rest, and then you get a reset. Every day you get like a reset. And it's a loop, and it never ends. And how did you treat people at that day? How did you let the negative stimuli affect how you feel internally? Are you addicted to negative stimuli? In other words, are you just addicted to fitna? Are you? All of these tools, like they're all tools. They're all tools of the devil. And if you look at my definition, because I don't believe in like baseline definitions that I've learned from this place, because this place lies all the time. This is what I think. So I don't believe in their baseline definitions. So when you live your life, did you treat people properly? Did you lose your temper? There's external stimuli that comes to you. How did you react to that external stimuli? In other words, how rooted is your energy? Does your energy sway with the winds? Or does it sway like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no? So I was talking to a Muslim. They told me, I thought this was a funny word. People get mad. Like, I don't know. I think that words are funny. It was a word called, I think you guys know what the word is, called tawakkul. But I didn't know what she was saying. She just said tawakkul, and it sounded funny. I'm learning, you know. And it's the idea that, like, you just trust in God. It's like, okay, that's, like, easier said than done. Like, trust in God. While you're, like, starving. It's like, okay. Well, if you trust that bad things are going to happen to you and good things are going to happen to you, and all those things are tests, but it's your job to do your best inside the mud no matter what, and to be grateful for the bad things that happen, because maybe the bad things that happen make you strong, and to be grateful for the good things that happen, because maybe the good things are a test. Maybe this whole place is a test. Maybe you are an energy with subjective experiences. Your eyes to see, your hands to touch, your tongue to speak, your ears to hear, your nose to smell. But we're addicted to seeing things that are not good for us. And then you'd ask the question, like, how do you know something is not good for us? One, you can feel it subjectively. You can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel the sickness that emerges. Now, these things that we're given are tools of evil itself, of consciousness. If you just think about the devil, take away like the magical thinking of it, and just think that you have consciousness. You are aware. Why do you think that you're the only thing with awareness? Why do you have these like presuppositions in your head that you're the only one with awareness, or the human beings are the only ones with awareness? Awareness exists. Awareness is put into your subjective experience. That means that awareness is here. So the devil, I think, make argument against it, please. I'm always willing to like listen. I don't know shit. Make an argument against it. The devil is consciousness manifested. It's evil consciousness that exists, and it like whispers into your mind, and it has tools. One of the tools is the thing you're holding in your hand right now. You could do it's crazy because the world is full of tests, subjective lenses, right? So you can use this thing that you have in your hand. You can use it to learn. You can use it to like have a meditation app. You could use it to connect with people. You could use it for that. Or you could just be watching people with their heads blown off on the internet all day. And you go, why do I feel bad? Why do you think your entire subjective experience is off? Your entire subjective experience is off. Do you think that it's good for you where in history have you seen that? Where in history have you seen those kind of things? Should you watch the naked ladies on the internet all day long? Should you do that? Well, you're leaning into your immediate pleasure. You might say, this feels good in the moment. Well, how do you know that the things that feel good in the moment are not a trick? What does it steal from? Do you see the Christians, they have this thing, the 7 deadly sins. I'm not sure if the Muslims have, but the Christians have this thing called the 7 deadly sins. And one of the deadly sins is lust. Why is it a sin? Why is it a sin? Because you steal away from yourself. Literally, biologically, neuropharmacologically, neurochemically, when you chase like an explicit, when you go on the internet or you like hook up with some random chick or whatever, and then you have like it's just really the same thing biochemically, because what you're doing is a dopamine change. So you're forcing the dopamine out, and then let's just say with the explicit content on the internet, you're forcing the dopamine out, but then there's no oxytocin. So there's no love connected to there. You're literally stealing love from yourself, because now it's going to be more difficult for you to connect. It's going to be just more difficult for you to connect. How can you connect? Your neurochemistry is off. We're so addicted to the dopamine, we don't even know how to reflect. Imagine if you just spent 30 minutes, to Muslims, imagine you just spent 30 minutes in like prayer. And don't be mad at yourself. Connect with the prayer. And then when the mind wanders, bring it back. Is this not the same as meditation? Is it not the same? So people will meditate, but they won't pray. Or, you know what? It's not the same as meditation. I don't want to discredit anybody, but even if you're not a Muslim, if you're not that thing, and you go and you meditate, is that not better for you neuropharmacologically, neurochemically? Is that not better for you? You reset your dopamine. What's happening is we chase so much dopamine. There's so much external stimuli. We can't even understand our own senses. We can't even understand our own senses. When you pray, you're praying to the source of all things. You're connecting to your creator. Don't look at it like, where did this all come from? Where did this all come from? And we do harm to ourselves when we move away from things that are species-specific behavior. So in a natural environment, you would like meet a mate, and then you would be able to express subjective pleasure through a situation which is built for you evolutionarily inside of your tribe. But now you're on the internet with the ladies, or now you're drinking at the club. What are you doing? You're messing up your entire biology. And no wonder why you're depressed.